Hi, my name is Aven Bittinger. I am a senior political science major with a minor in history, and I am the current SGA president for Shippensburg University.
Bittinger is 21 years old and hails from Parker, Pennsylvania. In addition to being involved in student government, he is an RA in McLean Hall.
The precedent I've set myself has always been, how can I give back to whatever organization or affiliation I'm a part of at that time? I have personal goals I'd like to see us reach and such, but as for a game plan, I want to make sure we all have a buy-in, so to speak, as a group, what we want to do. Because it's one thing for me to direct people and say, hey, we're going to do this and here's how we're going to do it. It's another thing to say, what are we all thinking? What do we all want to do? And then creating a plan of action together to move us forward. I know this year we have some pretty new ideas from the few senators I've talked to so far in terms of how they want to become more active in people's lives. I know I can say right now, student government is taking a step in being more active in our Fall Welcome Week that we host for all the new students. And I'll end it with there's more to come. It's definitely something we're planning on doing. I want to keep the surprises going.
Bittinger wants to encourage students to speak up on issues they face around campus.
If I could only pass on one message, it would be to understand the resources available to them. I think too many students, those who need help, don't ask for help, and I want to make sure that we start that culture, get that message across that if someone needs help, if someone has an issue they need addressed, if there's anything, that students should feel empowered to speak that truth, to speak that message out. And it's also about finding the right avenues to do that. So if you need help with your classes, the first person you should talk to is your professor or an RA. Or if you have an issue with something on campus that could be changed that you think needs to be advocated for, you can come to SGA or the Slate or whichever organization someone deems appropriate.
Bittinger says there are multiple opportunities for students to get involved in SGA.
Yeah, so we have quite a slew of Hill committees and internal committees that student government runs. There's a committee for every passion, so to speak. So if you're interested in being involved with helping student government be more intentional with our external relations, we have a PR committee. If you're interested in Reisner Dining Hall and the food services on campus, we have a food committee. We have a variety that I'm hoping that more students understand is available for them to put their voice into, and I'm hoping students can come to those committees to give their feedback, to be a part of those committees and help implement change.
This summer, Bittinger was appointed to represent his classmates on the PASSHE Board of Governors.
My role as a Board of Governors member is to help provide feedback, help provide opinions that can help all of our universities. We are the overarching board that introduces the widespread policy that all the universities follow. And so my role specifically is to help give that student feedback, give that student input.
Bittinger isn't alone on this campus. He has a twin named Jaron at school with him.
I do. His name is Jaron Bittinger. He is also 21, as the twin part would come into play. He's also a political science major with a minor in history. He is currently the community coordinator for the Res Life on campus. But he is one of the best support systems I have at this university right now.
Bittinger can be found on social media at Aven Oreo and encourages other students to follow him.
But I do keep it on private. I usually check who is following me beforehand. But then most of the time, especially if they're an SU student, I tend to accept and follow back right away. But no, I'm very comfortable with it.
Bittinger delivered a final message to students.
Get involved on campus. I think there's a lot of changes on campus right now, but I think they're all good changes. And I think the more people who are involved, more people who give their feedback, will be able to leave campus whenever they graduate and say, I helped create X, Y, or Z. I helped give my voice and I helped create this change.
This is Jonathan Bergmuller for The Slate.